down to the latest entry in our GMA3 Podcast of the Month series, and we today are talking about this incredibly popular, wildly popular podcast, Girls Gotta Eat.
That's right. It's a comedy podcast about dating, relationships, and everything in between. And we have the hosts with us now to tell us all about their show. Please welcome Rayna Greenberg and Ashley Hesseltine. Thank you so much for being with us. We appreciate it. We already were having a great conversation before this even started. So I have to say, we had a hard time finding a daytime-friendly clip of your podcast, which makes me all the more excited about listening to it. But you talk about relationship. Is there anything off the table that you all say we can't go there?
No, not really. It never really has been. It's been like that since the beginning. And I originally had this idea to start this podcast. It was about dating and relationships and intimacy and with a funny twist. And so I met Rayna and I thought she might be the perfect person to do this with. And my first question was like, would you be interested in a podcast? Yes. Second question, are you willing to be open about your life and who you're dating, who you're doing whatever with, even if your parents listen? And she was like, yeah, absolutely. And it's still that thought of like, is she serious? Like, it's not everybody wants to share everything about their life, especially their intimate life.
Well, Rayna, how quickly did you say yes? You didn't have some little hesitation, or how far do I need to?
It was immediate. So I met Ashley exactly 5 years ago on a trip in Aruba, and I just wanted to be her friend so bad. I thought she was great. I thought she was so great and so funny, and she pitched me this idea. And you know, before we started the show, where we become like best friends, family, talk about everything, we didn't know each other really. Yeah. We didn't know, like, can we trust each other to share a bank account, which we have business bank account, which we do, and it just it just worked out. We're so lucky that we're so close. We're like family, and yes, we will share literally everything. Sometimes I'm like, are we really gonna do this?
Yeah. And then is it cathartic? I would imagine. I mean, you have 75 million downloads, so people are, it's resonating. Is it cathartic in a way, just to say, here I am?
Yes, it's the most therapeutic thing. Like, we get to get ghosted or broken up with, or like some weird thing happened with our body, whatever happens. I had an incident recently, and then talk about it to hundreds of thousands of people.
Incidents? I mean,
are you going to say this on television?
I'm not going to get into the details.
Okay.
This was in the pre-interview.
You got it, girl.
No, yeah, so I had just like a kind of weird, embarrassing medical thing happen. It sent me to an urgent care in LA. I was like, this isn't ideal. I'm away from home. I'm in urgent care. And I had a little procedure done. And while I was getting it done, I was like, this is traumatizing. This is mortifying. I'm never going to tell anyone this. And then the next day we recorded and I told the whole story. And now my DMs are full of women who have dealt with the same thing. And they run the gamut from really funny to really sentimental, like, I'm crying in my car because I feel like you normalized this thing, which is like so crazy to think that people get so embarrassed about something and then they hear it talked about and normalized and they feel so seen. So
was that initially the goal, or did it? I mean, I know you want to be entertaining, you want to be funny, but at the same time, did you want to initially have a platform to where you could talk about things and make people more comfortable, maybe see that they're not alone in things they're going through?
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, for me, I was 28 and my fiance left me the day after our engagement party. And I was like, no one has ever been left by a fiance. This is the most humiliating thing that's ever happened. And I didn't know where to go for that type of like camaraderie from people. So we started the podcast and we talk about these things, and now so many people can hear the show and hear our experiences and our guest experiences and go, I recognize my experience in somebody else, and I'm normal, and this is fine, and this happens to everybody. My desires are normal. My desires to not want to do certain things are normal. And it's so special to be able to have this platform, and I get emotional thinking about it, to be able to say, like, you're fine and you're normal and this is going to be okay, and I went through it too, no matter like what the thing is. So it's like a real honor.
yeah, it is an honor.
That's incredible. And I love seeing how people are responding and do it with humor and heart. I mean, that's what it's all about, and making people not feel alone. That's amazing. Thank you all both for being with us.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.